Hi, I used to be a paranormal investigator as a hobby and thought I'd share my most memorable encounter with you all. There was a house in Corinth, New York, that I investigated several times. Partly because we got more interesting stuff there than anywhere else, but mostly because the woman living there was scared for her daughter. She thought her daughter might be possessed due to a change in behavior, sudden mood swings, depression. This family's home had been in their name for generations, and they knew of 2 people who had died in the house. They also believed that many years ago, someone had performed some type of witchcraft in the attic. I'm rambling, let me get to the specific encounter I want to tell you about. My team and I were in her kitchen with her, doing an EVP session. We didn't feel much of a presence and were getting ready to wrap up the session when, suddenly, the temperature under the table we were sitting at felt like it dropped 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I had a one-touch thermometer with me, so I quickly scanned the air above and below the table. Sure enough, there was a stark difference in temperature. This woman's mother was one of the people who had passed in the home. In fact, she had died right in the kitchen where we were sitting. So, I looked at the woman and told her I had a feeling her mother might be with us and asked if she had anything she wanted to ask or say to her. She started talking. I don't recall much of what she said, but the things I don't remember are sort of irrelevant to this story anyway. What I do remember is when she suddenly paused, looked up, and said very softly, "Do you remember that squirrel we used to feed every day? Do you remember what we called him?" Long story short, I reviewed the audio about a week later. After she asked that question, I noticed an audio fluctuation, so I queued it up and listened with headphones on full blast to see if I could hear what was said. It sounded like "nuthead." It took me a few listens to decide that was definitely what I was hearing. A few days later, I went back to the house to go over the evidence we had captured. There was other stuff, but not as compelling. When we got to this audio clip, I took out a piece of paper and wrote "nuthead" on it, then hid it so nobody could see. I played the clip for her and asked her to tell me what she heard. After playing the clip, this woman broke down in tears. Instead of waiting for her response regarding what she heard, I put the piece of paper down in front of her. She read it and started bawling even harder. Nuthead was the name her mother had coined for that squirrel. We talked to her mother that day in the kitchen. Wild. I still get goosebumps as I write about it now. This was probably 20 years ago, but it's something that has stuck with me all this time. Anyway, I hope you caught a chill too. Have a great day.